Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. For a long time now, I have been excitedly awaiting my Kickstarter copy of The Walking Dead No Sanctuary from Cryptozoic. Yesterday I had a tracking email saying that my package would arrive today. Today my package arrived and it didn't have the base game in it, and it didn't have the stretch goals in it, and it didn't have the paid add-ons in it, and all it had was the 2 expansions. So well done, Cryptozoic. I have 2 expansions for a game I don't own. I've emailed them. Hopefully they'll sort that out soon. In the meantime, I thought I would go ahead and do an unboxing of the 2 expansions. Anyway, I don't really know much about them because I don't have the rules to know how to play the game or anything. But there has been a lot of talk about the component quality and the quality of the miniature sculpts. So I thought I'd do a little video. I'm going to do a video for this one, which is No Sanctuary, What Lies Ahead, which is the expansion based on the farm. And I'll do another video on Killer Within, which is the expansion based on the prison. And then I'll do a video at some point with the base game and all the other stuff. So yeah, these are out of order, and I apologise for that, but it's not my fault. Cryptozoic or the courier or someone messed up. But anyway, I really like the cover of this expansion. I guess it's an acquired taste, but it's kind of funky. It's quite sort of clean, and yeah, I like that a lot. It's striking, and it's a little bit different. I'm not so keen on the back of the box, which has, those are renders. That is not at all as detailed as the actual miniatures are. Those are the renders that the sculptors created that would have been the base for what eventually became the molds, which eventually became the miniatures, and a lot of detail gets lost in the transition, and that is what's happened here. I think it's a skilled process to be able to capture details, miniaturize them, transfer them into another medium, into plastic, and retain the character and the detail. And Cryptozoic didn't quite pull it off. Cryptozoic not quite up to the task, because Cryptozoic don't really do plastic miniatures much. I mean, they've done 2 major miniatures games before, which were the Ghostbusters ones, and as I understand it, they got complaints for the quality of the miniatures in those, and they said they would do better this time, and I think they have done better. It's just not as better as other people's betters. I'm going to put this box to one side, and we'll have a little look at the bits and bobs. Here's a token sheet. Yeah, clear iconography. That is fire. Could have been red. Fire. It's alright. Punch sheets, isn't they? Not very exciting. Character sheets. Look, it's Otis. Obviously, this is the expansion for the farm. So you get. Let's open this up. Oh, I should warn you that I have actually already opened this expansion. I've taken a little look. I've tested hot water treatment on a couple of the bendy miniatures and that sort of stuff. So this isn't my first look at this stuff, but it is. I mean, this is the first time I've taken these out of their packaging and stuff. So Otis. So that's the ally side, which I guess is for the single player mode or whatever, where you're playing with allies. This is the character side. So you've got Otis. You've got Herschel, Beth, and obviously Maggie. Really quite cool artwork on the cards. I like those a lot. And then there's the crew. He's a very serious looking guy. These are rivals. So this expansion has miniatures for those 4 heroes and those rivals, and then some zombos, some farm themed zombies. I believe they're on fire. Each expansion comes with 4 scenarios. The scenarios are on paper, individual sheets for each one. Could have been card. That's not massively the end of the world. It's slightly problematic in that during the game you actually put this sheet out on the table. So that's going to be out on the table and you're going to put cards and things on it. You're going to move tracks, tokens across the track and stuff. So, you know, there's a chance it's going to get swished around. There's a chance that someone's going to knock a glass of their fizzy beverage of choice all over it. So that could have been card. I can see why they've not done it. There's 4 of those in each expansion. I think there's 8 in the base game. There's a bunch more stretch goals. That's a lot of card. So they've gone for a cost-cutting option there. I'd rather they hadn't. A 1-page, because it's just like the extra expansion rules, it's just a 1-page leaflet. You get 4 boards, 4 map tiles. They have what have we got? You got sort of city themes on one side. Sorry for the glare. City themes on one side. The artwork is really nice. I quite like the way it's done, except for these orange lines that sort of represent impassable. I'm assuming there must be door tokens or something that allow you to enter these buildings from certain angles and things. But yeah, the big thick yellow tokens do distract slightly from the quality of the artwork. So that's really nice. There's the farmhouse. And like I say, one side of each of the boards. I was going to say one side of each of the boards is a farm-related thing, and the other side of the board is not. And then I turned it over and it looked like both sides might be. So what do I know? There's a tractor and a big barn. There's the freeway, and I'm getting a lot of glare off of the lights there. They're cool. I like the tiles. But anyway, the final thing in the box, if I can get it out, is the plastic tray, which has got a plastic lid, deck of cards. I'm not going to open the cards. I'm not going to have a look at the cards. I just wanted to very quickly have a little look at the tray of the miniatures. So we've got our 4 heroes at the top. We've got the zombies, and we've got the rivals. So this is the moment of truth, isn't it? Now, I've already had a tinker with this character. This is Beth. Let's get right up in the camera. This is Beth. I've had to tinker with her a little bit because she was glued very badly on the peg here, and her arm was jutting out really far. So I had to very carefully cut into the peg, cut the peg off, and glue her arm back. And it's still not gone right. And you know, if I'm going to paint that, I would have to do some work with some green stuff. I don't usually paint board game quality miniatures, which is what these are. These aren't. These are obviously, you know, if I'm going to paint something, I'm going to paint Games Workshop miniatures, or I'm going to paint Warlord game miniatures. I'm not going to paint board game pieces, because I just, you know, I have so many miniatures that I'm never going to get around to painting. I'd rather put my painting time into the best ones. And as you can see, you know, you can see her face. Her face is there, but the details are soft. Some things, you know, have come out. You know, you can see there's detailing on her clothing and things like that. And she does have a face. Next up, we have Herschel. Now, again, the face detail. I mean, the face is there, but it's a little bit on the soft side. You know, I think if you were to put a wash over that, I mean, some of the details are going to come back out. but this is kind of the quality we're dealing with here. My bigger issues with this model are, again, with the weirdly glued arm, and this stick which he's wielding, which is supposed to be his shotgun. It doesn't look like a shotgun. He's just holding a stick. Bang 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 bang. I'm trying to get that to come out on camera as clear as I possibly can. But yeah, you can see that the facial details are soft. Here again, Maggie's arm is a disaster zone. You know, it's not even close to the body. You see details have come out around her neck, and you know, there's detailing on the clothing and the accessories. And come on, Maggie, bring your face in focus. Sorry if I'm being really low energy about this, by the way. I am more than a little bit disappointed that my base game didn't turn up, and that all I've got to do here is look at 2 expansions that I can't really do anything with. I'd say Maggie's face is one of the better ones. I mean, you can see nose, eyes, the hairs come out quite nicely. So yeah. What can you say? And here's Otis. Otis, I took out a minute ago and just did hot water treatment on his gun, because his gun was a wibbly wobbly thing, and that's straightened up very nicely. So that's possible. There's actually quite a bit of detailing on this model. Again, they're not good at getting these arms attached to the bodies. If I was going to paint them, like I say, I would need to green stuff them. You can see he's got a face up under that hat. I would say that's one of the better efforts in terms of miniature. When he's on the table, you know, I think he's going to look quite good. And then we've got a zombie, and that's probably the best sculpt in the box. He's on fire. All the zombies in this expansion are on fire, and they've got special fire rules. Which is quite nice. So yeah, you get a whole bunch of the fiery zombies, and then you also get the rivals. All the rivals look the same, but you can mix and match them with the rivals from the other expansions. And the rivals, if I can get... He's not coming into focus very well. He is eating an imaginary apple. Delicious imaginary apples will get you through the zombie apocalypse. And look, he's got a man bag to put extra imaginary apples in. I think the facial features on this one have come out quite nicely. Sorry, I think, that's come out quite well. So there we go. That's all the contents of the farm expansion. The whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called. The Way Ahead or something. And overall, I'm happy. I wasn't expecting amazing miniatures. I was expecting serviceable miniatures that looked like the characters from the show that I enjoy, and that's what I've got here. Do I wish they were better? Yes. Was I really expecting them to be better? No. It is what it is. I'm happy enough. I'm happy enough with what we've got here. And that's up for everybody's personal opinion. I'm not going to blame anybody who receives it and feels hard done by, because Cryptozoic did kind of say they were gonna really try and make nice detailed miniatures. I think they probably did try and make nice detailed miniatures, but they just, these are nice detailed miniatures in as much as, if you compare them to something like the miniatures from Ghost Stories or The Amazing Labyrinth or something like that, they are. But if you compare them to something from Fantasy Flight Games or Cool Mini or Not or Monolith, they're not. And if you compare them to something like Games Workshop, then yeah, they don't stand up well. But overall, I'm happy. And that's it from me for now. Bye everybody. Bye bye.